The 1973 Frank Semeuse nickel and the 1961 Frank Semeuse nickel are both significant collectible French coins. In ultra-grade condition, such as MS-65 or higher, they can fetch prices between €50 and €150 or more, depending on factors like rarity, demand, and specific market conditions among collectors. The 1961 Frank Semeuse nickel coin is a remarkable piece of French numismatic history, representing both the cultural and economic transitions in France during the mid-20th century. It is part of the well-known Semeuse series, which has been an iconic symbol of the French Republic for over a century. Although the 1961 Frank Semeuse nickel is not the rarest coin in the series, its historical context, design, and the changes in French currency make it an interesting and collectible piece. History of the 1961 Frank Semeuse nickel. The Semeuse design, created by the artist Oscar Rodi in 1897, symbolizes the French ideals of prosperity, progress, and national unity. The image of a young woman sowing seeds, often referred to as the sower, became an emblem of the French Republic. This design was used on several coin denominations, including the 1 franc coin, and it became one of the most enduring representations of France on its currency. In 1960, France was undergoing significant economic reforms in response to the post-war period of inflation and devaluation. Following World War II, France experienced financial instability, with the old franc losing value. To address this, the French government introduced a currency reform that included the introduction of new coins made from more durable materials, such as nickel, rather than the previous silver-based compositions. The reform aimed to stabilize the economy and restore confidence in the French franc. The 1961 Frank Semeuse coin was minted as part of this broader reform. While the French currency system was being restructured, the design of the 1 franc coin remained the same, featuring the Semeuse image. This coin became one of the first to be minted with the new composition, which was intended to make the coins more resilient for everyday use and more cost-effective to produce. Features of the 1961 Frank Semeuse nickel. The 1961 Frank Semeuse nickel coin has a diameter of 21 mm and weighs 5 grams. It features a nickel composition, giving it a shiny, silvery appearance. On the obverse, the coin displays the Semeuse design, a young woman walking and scattering seeds. Surrounding this image is the inscription, République Française, French Republic, with the minting year 1960 located at the bottom of the design. The figure of the sower represents the values of labor, growth, and national progress. The reverse of the coin shows the value, 1 franc, and features a laurel wreath, a traditional symbol of victory and honor, further symbolizing France's commitment to resilience and progress. The wreath also emphasizes the coin's link to France's history of triumph and national pride. Rarity and value of the 1961 Frank Semeuse nickel. The 1961 Frank Semeuse nickel coin, while not among the rarest in the Semeuse series, holds a certain level of scarcity due to its relatively low mintage and the context of French currency reform. The coin was produced as part of a larger effort to stabilize the French economy, but it was only minted in certain quantities, making it less common than other, later issues in the 1 franc Semeuse series. The coin's value varies depending on factors such as condition, mintage, and demand. Typically, the 1961 Frank Semeuse nickel is valued at around €5 to €15 in circulated condition. However, coins in near mint or uncirculated condition may fetch higher prices, sometimes exceeding €20 to €50. The value can be further influenced by market trends and interest in French numismatics. Coins with unique characteristics, such as minting errors or those in exceptional condition, could see higher prices among collectors. Conclusion. While the 1961 Frank Semeuse nickel is not the rarest or most expensive coin in the Semeuse series, it holds an important place in French numismatic history. Its design, which has become synonymous with French identity, and its role in the broader economic reforms of the 1960s make it a valuable collectible. The coin's relatively low mintage, combined with its historical context and the durability provided by its nickel composition, makes it a sought-after item for collectors interested in French currency and 20th-century numismatics. Whether in a well-circulated or pristine state, the 1961 Frank Semeuse nickel is an interesting and significant piece of French history. The 1973 5 Frank Semeuse nickel coin is a rare and intriguing piece of French numismatic history. The coin was part of a series featuring the iconic Semeuse design, which has been used in French currency for over a century. The 5 Franc Semeuse was issued between 1960 and 2001, with various types and materials used throughout its production. While the 1973 version of the 5 francs coin is not as rare as some of the more limited mintings, its history and design make it highly collectible. History of the 5 Franc Semeuse nickel 1973. The Semeuse design, which translates to sower in English, was first introduced in 1897 by the French artist Oscar Rodi. The image of a young woman sowing seeds symbolized France's agricultural roots, independence, and prosperity. The 5 franc Semeuse coin was part of a series of coins that represented a shift in French monetary policy after World War II, and it was issued during the period when France was transitioning from the franc to the euro. In 1960, following a period of high inflation and devaluation of the French franc, the government introduced new coins, and the 5 francs coin was reissued with the Semeuse design. For the 1973 version, the coin was minted in nickel, a durable metal that replaced the previous issues made from silver and cupronickel. This nickel coin, with a diameter of 23.0 mm and a weight of 6.5 grams, features the Semeuse design on the obverse and the value of 5 francs on the reverse. Features of the 1973 5 Franc Semeuse nickel. The obverse of the coin displays the image of the sower, walking with a flowing gown, sowing seeds of prosperity across the land. Surrounding her are the inscriptions, République Française, French Republic, and the year of minting, 1973. The reverse showcases the face value, 5 francs, along with a laurel wreath, symbolizing victory and achievement. The nickel composition gives the coin a silver-white appearance, with a slightly harder and more durable surface than coins made of silver. The 1973 version of the 5 franc Semeuse coin was minted in substantial quantities, making it relatively common compared to other specific years in the Semeuse series. Value of the 1973 5 franc Semeuse nickel. The value of the 1973 5 franc Semeuse nickel coin is influenced by several factors, such as condition, rarity, and market demand. While most 1973 coins are not rare in terms of mintage, those in uncirculated or near-perfect condition can fetch a higher price, especially among collectors of French coins. The coin may be worth around €5 to €20 in typical circulated condition, depending on factors like wear and any potential flaws. However, a pristine, uncirculated version could be valued much higher, potentially even beyond €50, as it becomes a sought-after item for serious numismatists. As a part of the larger history of the Semeuse design, which has undergone various changes and mintings over the years, coins from specific years or in limited runs could see price increases. The 1973 issue, however, remains more accessible than many of the rarer versions from earlier years or from limited runs, such as those from the 1940s or 1950s. In conclusion, while the 1973 5 franc Semeuse nickel coin may not be among the rarest or most valuable in the Semeuse series, its historical importance, classic design, and connection to French numismatic heritage make it an interesting and collectible piece for coin enthusiasts. Whether for its aesthetic appeal or as part of a larger collection, it remains a popular coin with a modest yet steady value.